What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday and Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth, and a couple quick reminders to download and play Cities Skylines and Farming Simulator 19, both offer for free on PlayStation Plus. Make sure to download those, play those, come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. Let us know what you thought of those games. And our game of the month randomly picked is Pagan Online, which is a top-down ARPG, kind of similar to Diablo, but also a little more actiony, a little more dodge-heavy, and you control your character with WSAD, and yeah, it kind of plays like a MOBA too. It's kind of a weird game. So make sure to play that. Come back at the end of the month for Game of the Month. We'll be talking about that as well. We have Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. And we're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. And make sure to type in hashtag AskTLG if you'd like your comment to be considered to be on TastyCast, which will be this weekend. We will read your comments and reply to them accordingly. If you do not type in hashtag AskTLG, we'll pick at random. So don't be upset with me if you don't get picked, although probably a pretty good chance you will get picked. Also, a Patreon link down below if you'd like to support the channel even more than commenting, sharing, and liking. Everything goes into it, goes right back into the channel, so it's all very much appreciated. But definitely not something we're really expecting anything from. So don't worry about it. If you can't, just watch the video and enjoy yourself. Yeah, so Tasty Tuesday. I have 3 things I want to talk about today because there's actually some news, finally. So let's just jump into that. First bit of news is a little bit of Gollum news. A little bit of Lord of the Rings video game news, which is kind of weird in that there is a Lord of the Rings Gollum game being developed by Daedalic Entertainment, in which they have shared screenshots of this game that will be coming out for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC in 2021. Really weird way to kind of announce this game out of nowhere. According to altchar.com, Daedalic Entertainment have shared first screenshots from their upcoming stealth adventure, Lord of the Rings Gollum. The game is set to arrive in 2021. To the things I already said. Not a lot has been said about Daedalic's Entertainment's. I hate that name. Sorry if you work at that company. Next title, The Lord of the Rings Gollum, ever since the developer officially revealed the game last year, which I don't remember that at all. Earlier this year, we got a confirmation that Gollum will be coming to next generation consoles, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, along with PC release. So this is a next gen game, which is really kind of interesting. We're finally starting to see these become more and more, I guess, out in the open. We're seeing them more often, so which is to be expected, but we still haven't gotten like the ceremony yet of next gen. Although Xbox is doing an event soon showing Xbox Series X games, so look forward to that. I think that's this Thursday, something like that. Today, the developer finally decided to share some screenshots from their game to give us a clearer picture of the visual style of the game and potentially some gameplay elements. As you can see, there's already a screenshot right here. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit so that hopefully you guys can see that. It's like a fucking... because this website doesn't let you click on this shit for some reason. It's a bunch of spiders in a hole, and they're very fuzzy and very unwelcoming looking. First thing you'll probably notice is the design of Gollum. The creature looks nothing like the one from the mega popular films from the early 2000s. Daedalic already explained that they don't have the license for the recreation of Gollum, so they had to go with their own design, which looks a lot more friendly and likable. The game's tone is pretty dark, as you can see in the gallery below. You will have to guide Gollum through the dangerous mines, which are crawling with orcs, but there is also one screenshot that shows a lovely forest area. Which players will get to visit. Yeah, so we got another picture. It's Gollum. He looks very concentrated. Very cartoony looking, and we can kind of see that there's like this multi-choice thing where he's saying calm down, quiet, orcs will hear us, shit, not our hands, don't hurt us. So these look like options you can do in situations very internally in his own head, as we've seen Gollum in the movies. Obviously this is from the books more so, but same inspiration. On top of this, one of the screenshots shows several options that players will get to choose from in certain parts of the game. We know that Gollum's split personality will make a big impact on the gameplay, and the creature may even refuse to do certain actions. Lord of the Rings Gollum is coming in 2021. So, we got pictures here, some more pictures. Let's see if we can fucking full screen this shit. And this website is not the most friendly, which kind of sucks. Hopefully you guys can see that just fine. So we have the spiders in the fucking tunnel with lava at the end, so that's fitting. This is and you can see right there. I think that's Gollum on the ground. There's a little dude. That's not him. Might be a dead body. He kind of looks like a dead body. And then we have here's the lovely forest. And now this thing's just going on its own. Jesus Christ. I'm never coming back to this website. You guys gotta get this shit figured out. We have them sneaking around here. From what I read, this is gonna be a stealth game. Dude, Jesus Christ. Why are you auto doing this? So this is supposed to be like a stealth game, apparently, which makes sense. It's Gollum. You're not really like the most fucking hardcore fighter type, so you would probably sneak around. And the scale of it looks pretty big, actually. It's pretty large. Gonna be creeping around here, hopefully doing something more than just hiding in the shadows, talking to yourself. But I mean, I can get behind that a little bit. I gotta pause this every time I fucking go to the next picture. Right here says Gollum, we hopes. Yes, we hopes that the Grashnig made it. Oh, we hopes. It's interesting too to see Gollum with the fucking almost full head of hair. Like he's looking young, he's looking good. He's looking a lot better than we're used to seeing him in the movies. I also think it's interesting too that they don't have the license to that version, but they have the license to Lord of the Rings. I wonder how that works. Who owns all that? Must mean that that the people who made the movies hold a different license to that property than whoever holds it for the books, or at least the intellectual property. So that is an interesting thing. Right here also we see some guards walk around with torches. He's out in the open, so I don't know if he's stealthing all too well. He should probably get a little better at that. We got the spiders again. We got the lovely forest. I'm gonna pause it because this slideshow shit's stupid. We got a bird. Looks like spiders out in the open. So maybe these parts of the game are connected story-wise. And then we have him crawling around on the ground in the mud, right behind some I'm assuming orcs and some big ass hyena elephant boys. Yeah, so let's see if I can navigate this place okay. Overall, my interest in this is purely based off of that's a next gen game. If you were going to tell me that there was like a current gen Gollum stealth game coming out, I'd say I'll wait for it on PlayStation Plus. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy this. I still don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy this when it comes out for the next gen consoles. In fact, I don't see myself doing it. But like I said, as a prospect of what's to come with the next gen consoles, it is a really clean looking game. It does look like a game that would not exist on consoles right now with these graphic settings. If you look at it, it's the fucking the outside of like his character model is very sharp, not very jaggy. So there's a lot of anti-aliasing going on here. The lighting is pretty decent. The textures are really good. If you look at his face, there's a lot of soft features that would be hard to render on a console at these graphics. You have to turn shit down. I'm not super impressed with how it looks, but it does look beyond the current gen as of right now, which is pretty interesting. That they would go with a stealth Gollum game for Lord of the Rings, I think is an interesting, almost bold decision to make. But I do wonder if that's because they probably couldn't get the license to things they thought maybe would be more interesting. But having a game where you stealth around, you sneak around, and you get to kind of get on the inside of Gollum and how he works mentally. You're making these decisions based off his multiple personalities. That's an interesting take. It's something we really haven't seen. Kind of reminds me of that Styx game, though. Did you guys ever play that? It's like a stealth game where you're like a goblin or some shit. I played it a long time ago, but it's like a medieval stealth game, so it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. And yeah, overall, I'm curious, but there's definitely no hype in me for this. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about The Lord of the Rings Gollum by Daedalic Entertainment. Does it sound interesting to you? Are you ready for more Lord of the Rings games? Did you want a stealth game where you play as Gollum? What do you think of his character design? What do you think of the gameplay? What do you think of the graphics, since this is a next-gen game, and we're finally starting to see those? What do you think about it coming out on PC, PS5, that's so weird to say, PS5, and Xbox Series X? And do you have interest in this game? Would have preferred something else? Let me know everything you're thinking about in the comments below. Second bit of news is a bit of Amazon Games news. Apparently, they just dropped recently that they have a new game that's been in development. It's going to be a free-to-play, team-based shooter called Crucible, and it's coming out in 2 weeks, which is pretty crazy. As we know already, Amazon Games is working on New World, which is an MMO, and that's pretty much as far as we know. We know they're working on other games, but this is like the first like big reveal of anything else, and it's coming out soon. So they did the whole keep it secret and then fucking drop it out of nowhere tactic, which I like to see. Jumping into this article via Game Debate, we got Amazon Games has been cooking up a couple projects lately, but out of nowhere they've announced that their free-to-play competitive team-based shooter called Crucible, where players can choose from a diverse range of characters as they battle it out on a rogue planet at the edge of space, is launching in just a couple of weeks. In quotes, it says, Crucible is a free-to-play team-based action shooter where your gameplay is defined by the choices you make. Pick a hunter and join a match. You'll need to coordinate with your teammates, take advantage of your hunter's unique upgrades as you level up and adapt to the ever-changing conditions of battle. Continuing on, it says, so it looks like Overwatch bug has been caught by several studios as Bleeding Edge. Yeah, remember that game? I do. I played it. Just recently came out with a similar premise, but Crucible does seem to change things up a bit. It sounds very different from when we last heard about it a few years ago, most likely due to the success of competitive multiplayer shooters as of late. First of all, players actually level up their characters whilst in a match, but instead of choosing your upgrades in game, players must choose their loadout of special abilities and upgrades before the match starts. There will be 3 modes available on launch, which they will cover in the video I'm going to watch. And yeah, Crucible launches May 20th exclusively on Steam, which is interesting to see that Amazon games are going to come out on Steam. I kind of, it makes complete sense. I figured they would come out on everything though, and I figured Amazon would maybe have their own launcher possibly, but this makes way more sense. But it's coming out exclusively on Steam, so only on Steam. That's interesting. There's no information about a console release planned for the future though. And ask what do you think about Crucible, which we'll get to that in a sec. Before I jump into my thoughts on this game and Amazon Games making a free-to-play, team-based, I guess kind of hero-sounding shooter, I have a video to watch where we can actually get a better idea of what this game is. So let's just jump into that.
Welcome to Crucible.
Pretty standard looking.
Where each match is a struggle for control.
Design of that character is interesting. That one not so much.
Won't just be going toe-to-toe with the competition.
So yeah, pretty standard hero moves.
And overcome everything the
do some kind of fucking tornado spin.
You'll work together with your fellow Essence Hunters to take down alien creatures, capture objectives, and crush your opponents in search
I like
of
the little
victory.
cat monkey boy. Girl,
Crucible
possibly.
attracts all types. Soldiers, criminals, rogue agents. Hunters team up in 3 different game modes. Heart of the Hives is a 4-on-4 race to capture the hearts left behind by monstrous hive creatures. In Alpha Hunters, you and a partner take on all comers in a fight to be the last hunter standing.
Doesn't seem like there's very many characters to play as.
Harvester Command has
I see like
2
5 of
teams
them.
of 8 competing to see who can rack up the most essence by controlling essence harvesters. Welcome to Crucible. Get in there and show the galaxy what you're made of.
Hold on, let's go back real quick.
Get in there.
I think we had a
Welcome to Crucible. Get in there and show the galaxy
picture
what
of
you're
more
made
characters. Okay, so here we do actually have more than 5 characters. Seems like we got a dude with the thing above his shoulder. I guess that, nope, there's that robot right there. Robot. We got the little monkey cat boy girl thing there. We got a dude, looks like he's kind of a generic shepherd. Got an interesting alien looking character here. We got another kind of generic looking alien here. Some humanoid characters that have guns and mechanical parts. Some kind of big dude, looks like he'd be from like a Disney fucking sci-fi movie. And then a girl over there looks kind of like roguelike. So nothing really kind of blowing me away right here. Moving on. So weird to see that games with the Amazon smile arrow. Big things are coming. Alright, so Crucible, new FPS, free to play, kind of hero shooter. Honestly, this looks kind of generic. Now, that being said, I don't want to sound too negative about that because I will be trying this when it comes out. The reason I'm going to be trying this when it comes out is because this is the first Amazon Games release, and I want to see kind of what the caliber of their games are and how well it plays. You know, it might look generic visually, but it could play awesome. So it's definitely going to be worth me checking out when it comes out in 2 weeks, which is really crazy. As for gameplay, looks pretty standard. It looks like what you'd expect if somebody told you, hey, there's like a character hero style shooter coming out where you're going to be able to play like multiple game modes, but specifically ones where like you're collecting resources and trying to get the most of that while fighting against other people or doing teams of 2 against each other in some kind of sci-fi shooter. I would pretty much imagine something like that. Not specifically just like the alien designs, but like, you know, weird alien planet setting with weird mushrooms and plants and colorful shit. With, you know, mechanical, augmented looking people and sci-fi weapons. I mean, like, and I know I'm being vague, but what I saw there was pretty much what I just described. It's visually a very vague looking game, outside of that one alien that I thought was kind of interesting looking. So it's exactly what I would assume, which is, you know, not really exciting, but not necessarily bad either. It's safe. This is a free-to-play game as well. So this is going to be a game that anyone can pick up and play. Unless they offer something that's really fucking interesting though with this game, I don't see that game doing awesome. I do see people trying it for sure, but I don't see that game having legs unless they really offer something that other games just are not offering, because otherwise there's so many other options that not necessarily are better, but people are already embedded in. People are already playing them, so it's really hard to pull people from things they're already invested in, specifically for the social aspect. They're playing with their friends, they're all invested in that game. It's hard to pull them away from that, unless you're offering something that's like the new awesome thing, and I don't think this will be it. But I am interested in trying it. I'm interested in seeing how it plays. I'm interested. It's a free-to-play game that's coming out in 2 weeks from Amazon Games. The first time I'll have a chance to play one of their games, and I'll be interested in seeing if I enjoy it or not. Let me know in the comments, though. What do you guys think about Crucible? What do you think about the name? I think it's a smart name. It doesn't do anything for me, but it's a single name. Which seems to be kind of the thing to do right now when it comes to these online shooters. You want something that you can just say it, get it out there. It's easy to remember. But for a different game, this name is so vague that it feels like this big, awesome, high hype game. You'd remember Crucible. You'd be like, Crucible. You waiting for Crucible? But now that it's a generic game, the name's also kind of generic, so you're like, oh yeah, Crucible. Is it Crucible? Crucible, yeah. Anthem? Is it fucking Warframe? Is it goddamn, all these games with like the single fucking name. Valorant? Overwatch, they'll have that. So yeah, with a vague like a name like that, I feel like it will definitely help your game if your game stands out. If it doesn't, it's gonna be generic. So, but let me know everything you're thinking about when it comes to Crucible being a free-to-play game from Amazon Games coming out in 2 weeks. Are you interested in playing it? Are you gonna at least try it? Are you not interested in it at all? You're like, dude, I'm sick of games like this, man. Fucking, where's the new shit at? Is there anything about that game that looks interesting? Is there anything info that I don't know about this that you're like, wait, you didn't even talk about that part. That part's way cooler. Let me know everything you're thinking about when it comes to Crucible in the comments below. Last bit of news is a bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla news. This is something that I should have talked about earlier on, and I did, but then we had technical issues with our video, and I had to get rid of it because if I won't watch it, I don't expect you guys to watch it. So yeah, earlier this week, Assassin's Creed Valhalla's trailer dropped, and me, Chevy, and Chris reacted to it. I'm not going to go into that because I'm not going to talk about their opinions for them, but I have seen this. I've reserved my comments on it, specifically in the Discord. People have been asking me what I think about it. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to watch the trailer. I'm going to talk about what I think about what I see in the trailer. I've seen it already, but I've only watched it once. And then we're going to talk about some info of the game, and then talk about screenshots, because I think the screenshots are almost a little more telling than the trailer itself. So we're not wasting time here. Let's just jump into the trailer. You guys have seen it, I'm sure. This has been out for a while, and yeah, I'll talk about my impressions of it.
They are heartless.
So the first thing too that I noticed with this trailer is the CGI is really fucking good.
Godless barbarians.
It's really good. Which is funny because I've been an Ubisoft fan for a long time. I remember there was a while there where Ubisoft CG trailers were just awful. They're always awful. So it's cool to see that they've kind of upped their game. Although with CG trailers, it's more of a proof of concept and to get you hyped for the game. That's a great shot, even though it's CG.
And kill blindly.
I also like the juxtaposition of
Scar the lands of England.
kind of their homeland, people chilling, fucking doing their thing,
Never
mixed
loved.
with the war aspect.
The time
the
has
brutality.
come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
I hate that fucking bears and cream looking motherfucker. Right in the neck. I really dig the choreography in the scene. It's done really well. Bitch. Berries and cream. We got Gandalf over by the tree.
Odin is with us!
Guy took that pretty well. don't care how much armor you got on, man. Don't let someone fucking just hit you with an axe. What are you, crazy? Sorry about it. That's what you get for being careless. Bro, I can't wait to kill that fucking bowl cut, dude. Alright, so let's just talk about the trailer first off. It sucks because I watched this before, but I was actually really surprised how much I liked this trailer, and I still am. I think it's a really good trailer. I think it's really well done. I like almost everything about it outside of it's just CGI, but for a CGI trailer, it's really good. One thing I've talked about a million times is I always think it's really smart to show kind of a proof of concept trailer first to get people hyped, something that kind of reveals the game exists, gives it a name, shows hopefully pretty true to what the game should be like. Video of CG or even gameplay, just to kind of give like a proof of concept. And I think this trailer does that. And then I think a good move typically when it comes to releasing trailers is showing a gameplay trailer, because after you get people talking about your game and going, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? You show the gameplay, let the gameplay speak for itself, and then closer to release, it's good to release some kind of story trailer to get people who are already hyped on the game, hyped on the gameplay, they want to play it really bad, release a story trailer so they can go, oh shit, that's what's going on. I think it's a really good way to release trailers, and some companies do it, some companies don't, but I always prefer when they do it that way. So far we're on the way there. Although it's an Ubisoft game, so we're gonna get a lot of fucking trailers for this game before it comes out. But yeah, as you know, proof of concept, the CGI trailer here is really cool. You have you know, Vikings in their homeland having to go to war for, you know, whatever reasons are. Damn, that is very heavenly looking. For reasons that are implied here loosely. Yeah, some really cool imagery. I love this shot where it shows the arrows coming in through the fog. Really fucking cool, kind of D-Day-esque. You know, these battles that are happening in the field, which they kind of dabbled with in prior AC games recently, where you actually have these battles happening in game. Hopefully they can do it in a better way in this game. I feel like, you know, every Ubisoft game gets better and better and better, specifically in the same series, so I can see them putting more effort into that. We got Bowl Cut here, which is already great. That visually, I already want to kill one of the bad guys of the game. So they did a good job there. Got more fighting here. I think the choreography in this trailer is really good. I also think the song, though it's not really my style of music, very, very well fitting. I think it's actually, sometimes I'll watch a trailer, I like it, and then I hear the song and I'm like, whatever, this is fucking dorky. But they did a really good job on matching atmosphere with the song and the video itself, which is really fucking cool. And then yeah, we got this whole drawn out fight scene where he's fighting this fucking dude who's heavily armored and like 8 feet tall. And then you get that cool reveal of the hidden blade, the assassin blade, which is a pretty cool way to end it. You know, you kind of expect something like that, but not in this way. Because you're kind of more so enamored by the fight itself. Yeah, overall, I think it's a really good trailer. Like, way better than I thought it would be. I figured I'd get something pretty generic, like, it's Assassin's Creed, I'll play it for sure, I'll check it out. But this actually got me really pumped. I liked everything about this trailer. I think it's probably one of the better trailers I've seen in a while. So I don't know how much more praise I can give it than that. It's a pretty decent fucking trailer. I liked it a lot. And then on top of that, we have some pictures of gameplay. I wonder if these websites are formatted so shitty. Let's see if that works. Alright, it's kind of shit, but fuck, you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys have already seen these pictures as well. But we got this picture of them on a boat out on the coast. And the first thing I noticed is this game looks really good graphically. It's really sharp looking. It's way more vibrant than the last two games. Even in this darker toned shot. It's raining, there's clouds and stuff like that. the sail is like this vibrant, like greenish, bluish greenish color that's really nice looking. The clouds are really vibrant. The castle's actually very vibrant, and the lighting is really fucking good. This looks really fucking good graphically. Not the best thing ever, but it definitely looks like this could easily be on next gen consoles, and I know it will be, but it already looks like that to me. We also got these cool little fucking bird guys hanging out on this rock. I'm into that. Next picture, we have some Aurora Borealis shit going on in the sky, and a snowscape with a really cool looking building. Guy walking with a torch and an axe. And again, this looks really good, and not surprising at all, because Ubisoft does this really well. Very detailed landscape, really good foliage, different trees, cliffside building. It's just everything about this picture is really atmospheric, really cool looking, and very snowy, as you'd expect. Speaking of snow, we got him fighting somebody with a giant fucking two-handed mace, or what is that called? It's not a fucking mace. I don't remember. Let me know in the comments. Fighting in the snow, you got these buildings in the background. It's a pretty cool shot. It's very clean looking, very sharp looking. So, nothing too surprising here now that we've seen the game in pictures. It's a very good looking game. We got some pictures of armor here, and I'm actually surprised to see that Viking aesthetic doesn't do a whole lot for me. Which I know that some people are not gonna like to hear that. It's fine. It's just not super fucking awesome to me. But this actually looks really cool. These different armor sets that all look like they're almost like kind of similar, but not. Maybe it's just the color scheme. Are actually really cool looking. This basic one is pretty decent looking. I like it. This red cloth here kind of reminds me of the Assassin's Creed thing. This second one here is a lot cooler looking. This weapon looks really fucking cool. But this last one is really neat looking. This looks very like high fantasy almost. I think Chris in our original fucking reaction video said it looked almost elvish. Which is, I agree. I think it's really neat looking. It's not something I would expect from a Viking game. So very cool. I actually like the way your character is going to look, and that's a great thing to go into a game thinking like, oh yeah, I'll look cool. So even more reason to want to play it. Then we got a shot here of somebody fucking blowing a horn, jumping off of a boat onto a dock, fighting some dudes. With a burning background of buildings. Seems like some kind of town or castle. So you're doing some kind of invasion. Looks really good. The lighting looks decent. It almost looks like CGI to me, but at the same time, a lot of games look so good nowadays that if you take a screenshot and just pause it with no animations, games look really good nowadays. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, I like it. And yeah, so overall, I think the game looks great. I think the trailer is really good. Yeah. What else? There's something else. Oh yeah, you're going to be able to play as male and female in this. They keep making a big deal about that, but that was in the last couple games. They're also saying that male or female is canon. I don't know if they weren't in the last game. But I'm happy for anybody who wants to play male or female. That's pretty much the only thing the gaming publications have been fucking talking about is that aspect of the game. So very happy for the people who are stoked about that. I will pick accordingly on how the characters look, which one I want to look at throughout the game. Although in this game, I believe you're going to be able to customize their hair and beard and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, awesome trailer, awesome screenshots. I am actually interested, more so than I thought I'd be, about the prospect of a Viking Assassin's Creed. When I first heard the rumors a long time ago, I was like, where's the Japanese one though? I want to see that. I want ninjas. That'd be fucking dope. There's a bunch of places I'd like to see. This is one of the least interesting ones, but I may be wrong. Based off what I see here, I'm actually really interested in it. And I will be picking this up. I do think this looks probably the last two Assassin's Creeds. Each time I saw them, I was like, "Oh, it looks fine." I played them like, "Oh, this is really cool." This one I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this one looks cool. So I'm going to go into it and probably think even higher of it. So that's what they've been doing with these games recently. So I'm excited for it. Let me know in the comments. I was going to go through some info on this game. Like Reddit has a collection of info on this, and I don't have the time. But maybe I can do that in a separate video. Let me know in the comments, though. What do you guys think about Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? What do you think of the trailer? Did you think it was done well? Do you think it was done horribly? What do you think about the screenshots? I know there's other ones out there. I saw one of a dude like jumping off of a shield, which is weird. This guy's like holding a shield in the air, and this other guy's standing on it while leaping off of it. It's from the game. I saw the main character right there, like looking at him in the air and shit. So I don't know what kind of fucking acrobatics people are doing back then, but they're doing it in this game. What are some things about this game that you're excited about? Are you not excited for this game? If you're not excited for this game, why are you not excited for it? Have you played the prior Assassin's Creed games? What's your favorite Assassin's Creed game? And what do you think about the new RPG-like Assassin's Creed games that they're making right now? I actually think it's a great move. I think they're actually really well done. I think it's a great breath of fresh air while maintaining the things that made Assassin's Creed. And yeah, that's gonna do for this episode of Tasty Cheese and Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out my streams, links down below. I stream on everything when I stream, and I streamed recently. I streamed Animal Crossing New Horizons. I played that for like 4 hours. Then I played Gears Tactics for 6 hours. That game is way fucking better than I thought it was going to be. Like, way better. I really enjoyed that. So check out that stream as well. They're both up right now. We have a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us in audio form. And stay tuned this week. Xbox has a reveal of gameplay. I will be watching that. I will be reacting to that. I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for fucking next-gen shit. Let's do this. Let's go. And yeah, my name's Seth. I think that's my name. And until later this week, and this weekend for Tastecast, have a good week, guys. Stay safe, and take it easy.